Hello, today is November 7th, and my name is Amarjot Singh, and I'm here to talk about different topics in immigration, as I usually do every week, sometimes even more frequently. As you know, this is November 7th, and a lot of things are happening in Canada. The immigration priorities were announced recently by the Minister of Immigration, and they are constantly looking to boost immigrant population here in the coming years. I'm here today to talk about what is called a super visa briefly, because I read an ad in a local newspaper in Punjab about some consultant offering super visa to people who may not know what super visa is. So I want to be able to make it clear to many people that super visa is not for everybody. Super visa is only for select people, and it doesn't apply for general population. So if somebody's telling you that, oh, forget about regular visa, let me offer you a super visa, this is erroneous. And let me just clarify what super visa is. A super visa is like a visitor's visa, but a little different. Most visitors to Canada may visit for up to 6 months when they first enter Canada. Visitors who wish to stay longer, they must apply for extension, and they have to pay a new fees. But for parent and grandparent who are eligible, their sons or maybe grandsons or grandchildren, they can apply for the super visa for them for up to 2 years stay. So for example, in a regular tourist visa, you can stay only for 6 months, but for a super visa, you can stay up to 2 years. The visa is usually for 10 years, both in a regular visa and a super visa, but the stay is longer than the usual tourist visa. So that's the biggest difference. The other difference is only the parent and grandparents can come. So, for example, if I want to bring my brother on a super visa, that cannot happen. If I want to bring my friend or some other relative on a super visa, that cannot happen. Only the children or the grandchildren can apply for them, and that's how they can come. Any consultant, anybody who's claiming that they can get a super visa for general population is misleading. This doesn't happen. The super visa is a total different thing. Super visa, just like any other regular tourist visa, is a multi-entry visa. That means for up to 10 years, you can come many times and stay up to 2 years, go back, and if you have the non-immigrant intent, if you have ties to your home country, you can come back again and again stay for 2 years. Not only this, if somebody is on a regular visa and they want to apply for a super visa extension within Canada, they can also do that here by paying a fee and applying to Vegreville. So the biggest difference is it's for up to 2 years. The regular visa is for 6 years. Single entry super visa is also available. Usually they give you multi-entry, but of course you can also apply for single entry. If you ask for it, they will give it to you. As you know, only parent and grandparent are eligible. They need to do a certain requirements. Before applying, they need to have a medical test in India, for example, overseas. Before they apply, they need to also have a medical insurance done. Usually the children and grandchildren in Canada, they will buy medical insurance for them. So these things have to happen. The medical insurance has to be for minimum $100,000 and usually minimum for 1 year. You can buy it for 2 years as well. So a lot of people here in Canada, they are selling super visa insurance. You can contact any insurance agency. They can offer you the different rates. Sometimes they charge you per month. Sometimes you pay you upfront. So that's all it is. Not only this, your children or grandchildren who are sponsoring you for super visa, they must also have a letter. There's a LICO chart which is called low income cutoff, and you must have a certain amount of income based on how many family members you have, and then you will be able to sponsor. If you have no income, then you'll not be able to apply for super visa through your child. So that's all it is. Super visa is. So be sure that super visa is not a regular visa. It's somebody offering and saying, look, I can offer you. Forget about the regular visa. I can give you a super visa. That doesn't happen. Somebody is saying hello to me, Irfan Khan. Hello, sir. How are you? Hello. What is your question, guys? If you have any question, you can always type the question, and then I can answer the question. I'm always looking for for cases which have some legal problems, like misrepresentation problems or some kind of big legal refusal problem, which I want to discuss on the screen, just like now. So I can bring it on a Facebook Live, on a TV show, so that I can, show what were the mistakes and what were the legal solutions that can avoid those for future clients. So if you have any case specifics that you want me to discuss, you can always send me a WhatsApp. My WhatsApp is, of course, 780-707-4831. And I can discuss. About 7 people watching the show, guys. If you have any question, you can always, you can always email me, or you can ask me a question right now. I will be traveling to some places in the next coming 1 or 2 weeks, and hopefully looking forward to meet some clients, who want to meet me for some reason. And of course, I'm looking to discuss some cases or immigration problems with some, anybody who wants those help. I already talked about super visa today. There was a report a few days ago in Canada. A lot of refugees who are coming in, who do not get successful in the refugee applications. Once they are rejected, they are given a departure order after they have exhausted all the avenues of, for example, pre-removal risk assessment, or maybe a federal judicial review. Then they are asked to go back. Today, the government is admitting that we don't even know where these most of the people are. The CBS is trying to, the job is to remove these people, but many people are unknown. They have no idea where these people are. So it's actually the Canadian taxpayer that they might be footing their bill, and somehow. So that's a reality in Canada. Though OINP, the Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program, is right now accepting applications for human capital category. So you need to go to the website. I posted this link about 2 days ago, and so you need to look at the link and follow the thing. Sarabjit Singh, sir, hotel booking to Canada apply karna hai kya? Married, single, apply karna hai ya wife now? I don't know what you mean hotel booking. Are you buying a hotel, or what do you mean? Are you looking to going on a tourist visa? Why do you need a hotel booking? This is not a clear question to me. You're applying to get a tourist visa through hotel booking and thing. We don't know the facts of the situation. Maybe you should call or write me an email and we can discuss. All right. So it doesn't make sense to make a hotel booking. Hotel booking has nothing to do with the issuance of the visa. Many people in India feel that once we do a hotel booking and we make a travel itinerary and book the tickets and show this is what we are trying to do, that's how we may increase the chances of getting the visa. I don't think it has anything to do with the visa issuance. You may still be refused a visa based on other factors. Just because you have paid money for a hotel, it doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't mean anything. A lot of people have got visa without hotel booking. So I don't know what is your strategy in doing this. So that's my question. Who else is on the show right now? Sarabjit Singh, tourist visa. I know tourist visa. I already give you my opinion, Sarabjit. So Henry Sarah, is that you? Is that a photo of your child? I have 12 pass. You look like young. 12 pass, 2005 now, learning French language. Can I get work visa? Yes, that's wonderful, Henry Sarah. If you are learning French language, and if you have minimum of CLBA 7, which is like equal to IELTS 6 each, reading, writing, speaking. If you have 6 each, equivalent to 6 each in IELTS for French, then you can get a work visa easily without LMIA. So what I discussed last time was, there's a program called Mobility Francophone in Canada, which encourages people to come and live outside Quebec, people who speak French. If they can get a job offer, you don't need a LMIA, and then you can get a job offer and then apply directly. So yes, it has to be a professional job, not OANB. So work visa is easy for French speakers. I've already mentioned this many times on the radio show and other programs that if you know nothing in life, if you have no degree, no qualification, nothing, if you're doing some other work, if you have to do only one single thing to be able to enter Canada successfully and legally qualify, you must start learning French. French is your formula for success in Canada, not only for entry, but also when you come here, it will be easy for settlement as well. So that's a great strategy to follow if you want to come to Canada legally. Any more questions? Who else is on the show? Anybody who wants to ask a question? And then we can go from there. What else going on? I already mentioned about, let me see what else is going on here. I already mentioned about OINP. OINP is on at present. You need to have your Express Entry profile, already ready, done. You must have a work experience of at least 1 year in the past 5 years, according to the criteria in Express Entry. You must have a minimum of bachelor's degree. You must have English of CLB 7, which is IELTS 666 each. Of course, you must have, as in Express Entry, also settlement funds. You must have intention to live in Ontario, and your comprehensive ranking system, your score, CRS score, must be minimum of 400. If you have these 5 things, you have a good chance of being pulled by Ontario Human Capital Priority Scheme, OINP, and especially if you speak French or you're an IT or a technical, one of those occupations, which is called a STEM occupations, you have a good chance of going to Ontario. So that's what you should do. Who else is on the show? Tahseen Sheikh. Tahseen, I like your name, Tahseen. I don't know what is the meaning of Tahseen. CRS score is reduced. What about IELTS score from this? I mean, is there any decrease of score requirement? No, CRS score is reduced. That was in a different criteria, I think that was for federal skilled trade. Remember, when they do Express Entry, they have 3 different categories: the federal skilled worker, the Canadian experience class, and the third one is the trade class. The low dip in score of CRS, I think you are looking at, is just for the trade class only. Doesn't mean that for everybody CRS score is reduced. All right, so you have to be a little careful. If you read carefully, it will tell you it was only for trade class. Anil Singla, after getting BC work permit, how long would we have to wait for applying for BCPNP? Mr. Singla, I have no idea. You should go to the BCPNP website, because different provinces have different requirements. Maybe it's 6 months, maybe 9 months, maybe 1 year for different category. You got to go and check on the BCPNP website and take a look, because I know, and I'm in Alberta, it used to be that for certain occupations you have to wait for 9 months or for 6 months, or sometimes even for like international graduate class immediately. So there's no waiting time, and every province is different. So I encourage you to go to the BCPNP and take a look there. I can interpret the law, but I don't follow how they are changing individually for each province. I hope that answers your question. Who else is on the show? Muhammad Sajidul Kabir Chaudhry, that's a big name. Muhammad Sajidul, where you have 4 years experience in telecom engineer, currently pursuing MSc in information technology. Good. What is the possibility? Hey, take a look at some videos I have made for Express Entry. You got to see your points. If your points are enough, then you apply. You got to have your ECA done, your IELTS, your work experience ready, everything, and take a look at the points. If you get more than 400 points, hey, come to me. I can apply for you for Ontario nominee program. I think that's a good, place for you to be successful as a telecom engineer. All right. So, do you have experience? That doesn't look like you have experience, because you are studying MSc Information Technology now. We don't know whether you have experience or not. All right. Who else is on the asking questions? Sandeep Singh. Looking forward to PR and working as a teacher. Yes, Express Entry. Sandeep Singh, take a look at the points on Express Entry. Anil Singla, can a visitor apply for open work permit? How can a visitor visa apply for open work permit? Under what category? Open work permit is a big chapter on different categories. You can get the LMIA exempt work permit. I mean, what category are we talking about? Anil Singla, you have to explain everything in detail. Who's applying, under what category, is he married, who's got a job or not, and those kind of things. All right. So it doesn't. It's like can you imagine? It's like going to a doctor and saying, "Hey, doctor, I have a cough. Can you give me the medicine?" Doctor says, "Oh, just a minute." Just because you have a cough doesn't mean that I can give you any standard medicine. I have to check your throat. I have to check your blood. I have to check your lungs. I have to check your heart. And then I have to find out what is the real disease. And then we can find out, which medicine will cure you. All coughs are not the same. Everything is, individual and different. So this is my type of answer question. Every immigration problem requires a different solution. All right. So Who else is asking questions? Sandeep Singh, I already asked Sandeep Singh, yes, express entry, yes, we all take this question. Irfan Khan, I got 5. Irfan Khan, no, 5.5 IELTS is low grade. You must have minimum of 6 each, all right? That's the minimum. You got to go higher. So 5.5 is very low for express entry. Who else is asking question? Henry Saran, thanks, Sarji, thank you very much. Prabjot Kaur, Jot Kaur, I thought Prabjot, like my name is Amarjot. Amarjot is J-O-T. J-O-A-T, Joat Kaur. I mean, I have a very unusual name. I'm doing job and communication, get work visa. Yes, get yourself a employer. You can get the work visa. For any work visa, you need a job employer, brother. I'm sorry, Prabjot, sister. Who else is asking question? Let me see who else is asking question. Irfan Khan, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Irfan. You're very welcome. Anil Singla, I've done 3 years mechanical diploma, married. My wife is working bank manager in India. Yes. So what do you want? Is open work visa? I mean, how will you get? One of them, a husband and wife, one of them must have a work visa, and the second person can work visa through LMIA or through BCPNP or something, and the other spouse will get an open work permit. That's how it has to happen. Irfan Khan, thank you, sir. Irfan, you are welcome. Your name is Irfan Khan. There's an actor in Irfan Khan in Bollywood. His name is IRR, double R. I don't know what's the difference between single R and double R, Irfan Khan. How people can change the spelling names. Prashant Navdi, wow, I've applied for skilled worker overseas category MPNP program. My points at radio. How now can you tell me which time they will start the draw again? No, I cannot tell you what time they start draw. It's based on a quota, based on what they want to pull in certain occupations. All right, so we don't know how much chance do you have. We don't know, right? You got to keep following the website of Manitoba, or you can just email them. I don't. My job is to analyze the law, analyze the Immigration, Refugee and Protection Act, and give you some legal solutions. My job is not as a journalist to keep watching each website and tell you, hey, when will this draw come out, or why will this not be done this week or not? I mean, I don't keep following those websites. All right, so I hope you don't mind. Anil Singla, thanks. Thank you. Who's this? Sandeep Singh. Thanks, Veerji. Thank you, Sandeep Singh. Do I know you, or your name sounds familiar? Good. Prashant Nabadi, I've already taken this call. Yes. Who else is asking? Or maybe Tashin Sheikh is acceptable. Get 5.5 in one module and rest module. No. Tashin Sheikh, you got to have minimum 6 each in all of them. I hope you get 6 each, all of them. Manpreet Singh, where's my work experience for express? Start from time I get a job opener, or from the time I work player. If you ask, I'm saying, when is my work experience for express entry? The start of time I get my work permit, from the time I apply. If you have skill job, skill job in NOCB, is the start of the time from the date of the first day of you started working. So I got a work permit today. I started working, so that is the official day of my start of for the experience in BC that I have to count. So that's all it is. They look at if you've got the pay stub, if you have the pay stub the whole month, like for every week, so 4 weeks, that's how it goes. So you will know when you got the job pay stub, and then when the job was started. It's very simple. So it's not a problem, not like when you applied for work permit, of course. What are the requirements to apply for visitor visa? Has been rejected twice. Sandeep Singh, you have been rejected twice. What can I say? Visitor visa has no formula. Everything is on a case-by-case basis, and the visa officer decides individually whether you will return or not. So I don't know what can I tell you. I need to understand why it was refused. I need to see your application that you fill. I need to understand your refusal letter. Once I look at all these things, then I can advise you in something that you can do it on your own. We can apply on your own. So we have to see. This question is again like going to the doctor and saying, hey, I went to a certain doctor and I'm taking his medicine and my disease is not getting cured. What do I do? Can you give me a second medicine? Hey, I have to know what was wrong in your first doctor. I need to know what was the medicine that you were taking. I need to know what is the disease. And then I can give you a comprehensive solution. All right. So I hope this is not a forum for a quick answer to all questions. I mean, I can give you some, but this is a case-to-case specific requirements of what will work with you. It will not be same for all clients in the same situation. Who else is asking question? Yes, Manpreet, I've already talked to Manpreet. Sandeep Singh, what are the requirements of life wisdom? Oh, we have already talked about this. Yes. Who else is asking question? Tashin Sheikh and the thanks, Vijay. Prashant, yes, I've already talked about this. Draw. Okay, I'm a chance get here. Fun Khan. Who else is asking question? If you want to ask it, a lot of people contact me from different countries in Europe. There are some schemes in countries like Bulgaria and Cyprus and Malta, and I think many countries have a program by which if you can deposit a certain amount of money, let's say 1 million or 2 million euros. That's a lot of money, though. By the way, 2 million euros is like 8 to 9 Indian rupees in crores. And if you deposit this money, if you buy real estate or do some investment in those countries, you will get the European passport. I do not know if somebody has that kind of money to deposit, but hey, if somebody has that kind of money, you should apply directly for immigration to Europe, directly get a EU passport, if that's what you like to do. So you can check on Google a lot of countries: Malta, Cyprus, I think Portugal as well, and then they offer all the time. All right, who else is asking questions? Sandeep Singh. I'm sorry. Sandeep Singh is asking, can I have your email? My email is on my Facebook website, brother. You can get the email from there, or you can type my name on Google. You'll see my website, and you can get it from there. All right, so it's very easy. You can type my phone number on Google. You'll get my email address. Trevor OBrien. I mean, I like those fancy names. Trevor OBrien. I have a quick question. Want your help? I'm a BSc graduate medical lab. Because of all the I have a different line of business. Is that a problem? There's NOC for next. Can I use the NOC code and apply? Yes, I have done a video on this very topic because if you have a BSc in medical lab technology, but you're working something else, then you have to use the NOC code for which you're working. Doesn't matter what your graduate degree is. So perhaps you were working in marketing or sales or administration, something, so it doesn't matter your graduate medical lab technology. So you have to see whatever job that you are working, do you have the educational qualification for that job? So that is how you will get the points on express entry. If that's the case, then I should look for a job in field, then think of your how to say. Thank you very much. I hope I've given you my answer. So you have to, look at the job description, look at the right NOC code, and see if BSc medical lab technology is the right, NOC matching requirement for education for that NOC. That's how you have to do. Otherwise, it will be rejected. All right. Who else is asking question? Yeah, we already answered. Trevor OBrien. Anybody else who want to ask questions, so they can. I'm looking to do a TV show or like a presentation on immigration problems in different countries. So if you have any specific immigration refusal or misrepresentation or some kind of legal complexity in your case, and if you want me to offer you a legal solution, of course, I charge a flat fee. But I can discuss this problem on the screen, and then I can unravel everything. What is the law? What was the mistake? And what can you do about it? If you have any interest in having me take a look at your complex problem, you can always send me an email or send me a message through the Facebook, and then I will talk to you, and then we can go from. Then we decide. Trevor OBrien says, "Thank you very much." Thank you. You're welcome, Trevor. And who else is asking question? Anybody else? If not, then did I mention about OINP? Yes, I did already. OINP is a good program. It is attracting people in science, technology, engineering, management fields. It's called a human capital priority stream. You should go to the website, ontarioimmigration.ca. Go to the website and take a look. And then you can apply directly from there, or you can apply through your agent or consultant if you're dealing with somebody. If you have a minimum of 400. This is the best program right now for nominations open right now. I mean, sometimes other provinces like Manitoba, Saskatchewan, they open, but they close very, very soon. But I think Ontario has a big quota, and there's a good possibility that people will get the selection there. So, guys, if you don't have any more question, then I must take leave. Unless you have any question, you should come forward right now and then ask me your question. one more thing, many people call me from different countries, and they ask me that they have got a letter from some consultant or some company offering them a job, or offering them a receipt from the embassy, or offering them some kind of validation of LMIA, and they ask me that I should tell them whether that is genuine or not. Look, my job is not to be as an investigative agent to tell what other companies are doing. I do not know whether that document they're offering you is legal or genuine or not. That is not my role. And even if I say yes or no, who is the third party to pronounce whether I'm right or not? So, some consultant who's offering you something, you need to check the background of the consultant, whether they are legal, they are licensed, they are lawyers or consultants, or who they are. And then if you have any doubt, you should take that document to the Canadian Embassy, Canadian High Commission, wherever you are, and then ask them to verify those documents instead of showing it to me, because it's no point bringing that document to me. All right, so I'm sorry I have to say this. So please don't come to me and say, look, check this document. I'm not a checking authority of any document, by the way. Mohammed Sajadil, Kabir Jodi, what's the financial and minimum language going to express in the program, Judge? Mohammed Sajadul, Kabir Chaudhary. I mentioned this many times. I have a lot of YouTube videos about express entry. You should watch those videos and you will know the minimum language requirements is 666 each, which is CLB 7. Each, of course, with financial requirement, I think you're talking about the settlement funds. You can see the settlement funds based on your family size. Job switch from electrical engineering to IT field. Discredit of, I don't know what that means. Discredit of application. It doesn't matter whether you job switch from whichever to whichever. If you are electrical engineer, but if you have a computer science background, doesn't matter. As long you got to see the NOC requirement of that, of that code which is selected, and see if that is part that you can use as an eligible qualification to do the work. If you have, then it's okay. Then it will not be discredited, as you say on the screen. All right. So I hope you understand. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll talk to you later, meet you later, whenever the time comes. All right. Thank you. Take care.